Hello. Welcome to Easy Life. In today's video, I will show you 13 basic etiquette everyone should know and practice. However, many people neglect this set of standards. Many individuals don't understand that etiquette is not just about which fork to use. It's about showing respect for yourself and everyone else wherever you find yourself. In a world where rudeness often reigns, why not stand out for being polite and thoughtful? You don't even have to go to charm school or be a magician to learn these rules. So, here are the 13 basic etiquette I have put together. Number 1, always say thank you. When someone gives you a compliment or does something nice, the best response is a simple thank you. Keep in mind that the following phrases, please, excuse me, and you're welcome, are often neglected as well. However, they represent other marks of good manners. Number 2, always listen before speaking. Respect for others is a requirement of good manners. Listening to others is a way to show respect. Show genuine interest in others by learning their names and encouraging them to tell you about themselves. Never interrupt. Look them in the eye and listen carefully. Okay. I can see you are enjoying this. Please do well to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification to get more of this. Number 3, punctuality. Appreciate the value of time, yours and others. If you make an appointment, arrive on time. If you must be late, please call ahead of time. Never be late for social engagement. According to Karen Joy Fowler, she said, arriving late is a way of saying that your own time is more valuable than the time of the person who waited for you. Wow. I will allow you to think about that and leave your thought in the comment section. Number 4, don't be boastful, arrogant, or loud. When in polite company, always exercise self-control and good taste. Your voice, your behavior, and even your clothing should reflect understated elegance. Please do not brag about accomplishments. A well-mannered person has no need for self-advertisement. Let your deeds speak for themselves. Number 5, do not embarrass others. Demeaning anyone with rude jokes or an unwelcome nickname is disrespectful. In conversation, never ask embarrassing questions about relationships or asking private questions. Please let's be guided. Number 6, be yourself and allow others to treat you with respect. Ladies, are you with me? Let this one sink in, ladies. Who you are is perfectly acceptable, and you are worthy of being treated courteously. Working out the kinks can be a lifelong process, and now is a great time to get started. Number 7, RSVP early. You receive a wedding invitation that you would normally accept but are unsure if you will be able to attend. So you sit on that invitation and finally respond a week before the RSVP by date. That's not cool. Please respond a long time before the date. Not doing so indicates that you're waiting to make up your mind because the event doesn't excite you at first. Or spin close to the deadline isn't ideal, but failing to RSVP at all is downright impolite and has always been. Number 8, don't point. I repeat, do not point. Your parents probably taught you as a child that pointing at people is impolite. That was true long before they passed on that advice, and it remains so. But why? Troy Patterson explains that this rule dates to the primitive days when the pointing finger was considered to administer a hex and, in its conspicuity, to risk attracting the attention of a stranger who might reply with an evil eye. In recent years, the gesture has evolved to serve as an assignment of blame or accusation, reducing the target of the pointed finger to an object. Most people will assume you're pointing for a negative reason if they notice you pointing. Even as forms of communication have evolved, pointing continues to signal disrespect. Number 9, stand when being introduced. If you're grabbing dinner with friends and someone brings along their new girlfriend or boyfriend, it's just a little classier to stand up when shaking the person's hand or giving them a hug. While it might be more common these days for someone to give a quick wave and introduce themselves while remaining seated, the person who makes the effort to stand is conveying more respect for the person they are meeting and for themselves. Take note of that. When being introduced, standing up is the proper method, says Putney. Aside from providing a place for identification, it also shows how respectful you are, regardless of your status. So when being introduced, you need to stand up as a form of acknowledgement. Number 10, cover your mouth when you cough. Those that neglect this basic etiquette show the quality of poor hygiene. Even before the coronavirus pandemic, it was well known that coughing and sneezing could spread disease. This necessitates the use of a handkerchief or, at the very least, one's elbow. Coughing or sneezing into the air or against a surface in public is not only rude and insulting, but it could be fatal. Right now, more than ever, this is more than just etiquette, it is for everyone's safety. Number 11. Avoid yawning in public. Yawning is inappropriate in public because of what it says about the person with whom you're having a conversation. Even if it comes as a result of the yawner being genuinely tired, it remains a sign of disinterest or disengagement with the current conversation, and it's hard for the person speaking to avoid feeling like they are boring the yawner. Number 12. Avoid private conversations in front of others. A lot of people do this. Etiquette expert Professor Walter R. Houghton wrote in his 1883 Manual American Etiquette and Rules of Politeness that one should never engage a person in a private conversation in the presence of others, nor make any mysterious allusions which no one else understands. That still holds true. Private conversations make others feel excluded, so save those topics until you and the person it concerns are alone. Finally, number 13. Eat with your mouth closed. Eating, in general, is a first signal instinct, and as a result, the etiquette rules were created to allow the people around you to enjoy the meal as well, Parker says. Making bad loud noises, which are created by the mouth being opened, can be potentially very unpleasant. This is the other reason why we do not speak while we eat. Speaking at the dinner table with a mouth full of partially chewed food is clearly not appealing to the other diners, but, more importantly, speaking with food in your mouth puts you at risk of aspirating food into your lungs. This is uncomfortable at best and life-threatening at worst. In conclusion, etiquette is key to socializing and networking. It can be the difference between a successful interaction and an embarrassing one. This video covered the basics of etiquette that everyone should know and practice. By following these simple tips, you can make a great impression and build successful relationships. Remember, these basic etiquettes that guide social interaction are not limited to the 13 mentioned in this video. You can go ahead to mention others in the comments section. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.